sorted out from last time. Oh, look at that, he gets a fantastic drive off the line, so should be way to a better start this time. And look at that already from Drew coming right around the outside. What happened to Scrivy? Mr. Andy Scrivener, not so good. He was there on the front row and he's gone back to for fifth place. Fifth place it may even be. Yes, it is fifth place. So a disappointing start, whatever the reason. Not as good a drive as he got the last time. And here we go with Pete the Pirate. Here he is, Mr. Pete Goodwin. And Kendall doing the swinging there. Good operation. And go to the letter L out there. As a charge fourth with Greg Lambert and Julie Canepa as we watch the English team try their best in New Zealand. Remembering it's an F2 unit. It's only a 600cc powered sidecar. It's a smaller one. The whole world has now gone to F2 machines. The world title. Well, the Isle of Man's long time been a 600cc powered unit. You don't see an open sidecar at the Isle of Man. Just too fast and wide and dangerous, and don't handle well enough to cope with those conditions of the super roughest and toughest street road event in the world. But certainly now the world of sidecar racing has gone to the 600 as well. So you don't see these bigger, more manoeuvrable sidecars as we used to in times gone by. So a little bit of a letdown on the world scale, but certainly now means that we can get our other pilots to get used to these 600 as well. Look at the push coming, from the 99, the 99 right back into it. The 99 right back in there with Scrivy making the advantage. So there we are with Andy Scrivener. So Scrivy coming back. I'd probably accidentally called them as the one in fifth place. They must have been the one in third. I was sure we'd seen a better start then by Drew Meir, but if that was from fifth place, that is incredible. And now look at this from Scrivy. This is exactly what we want, because last time you could almost say it was a win by the fact that the 111 combination had dropped out of contention. This time we've got them all going, and there's the letter L back in there for that third spot as well. I'll tell you what, a very good fourth, fifth and sixth to watch out there as well, with Warwick Dimmock, Chris Lawrence, and this man Drew Meir, who's had 2 second place already. In fact, he's in front on the points as I would calculate them for the sidecars for the weekend, so he'll be hoping to do a little bit better than back there. But hey, this will be just like we've really wanted to see in a long time, Spider, because Andy Scrivener, we know his heritage and how good he's been in sidecar racing, and to see the improvement that Pete Pirate has made as well. So 2 very equal riders on previous race talent.
Oh, mate, I haven't even looked at the first 2 laps, been sorting out paperwork and other bits and pieces and doing interviews, but Mowen, right tight out the front, that was half a bike length, and so whatever Pete the Pirate had go wrong in the last race caused him to sit right through the field has been sorted. So now 3 or 4 bike lengths between 99 Andy Scrivener and Tina McEwen, and 111 Pete the Pirate and Kendall Dunlop, and of course Greg Lambert and Julie Canepa. That's 3 ladies in first, second and third doing the passengering. That 600cc in third, 4 bike lengths if that sidecar reaches it getting out of the Casper quarter. So 3 ladies out there doing the passengering. Incredible. Are we going to get a podium for 1, 2, 3 for ladies and the New Zealand Superbike Championship Sidecar Awards? 42, Drew Meir, Alan Delavan. Then we go back to the team, 83 from Christchurch, Warwick Dimmock and Will Climo, the Lawrence brothers from Auckland. Sold their bike after nearly 29 years of racing, and then he said, I was going to give up. Chris Lawrence said, and then his brother said, oh, actually, I bought a new sidecar, an LCR, Lewis Christian Racing, and they come back out, and what a beautiful colour scheme there, the Suzuki blue with the yellow lightning bolt down the side. So they are out there in 6th place. Gordy McEwen, Jeff Davies on the second of the 600 machines. There in 7th spot, we've got Dave McArthur and Tony New, already set a personal best this weekend of 3 seconds, and they want another 3 seconds more on the 67. Another one that's upgraded their machine over the off-season. Phil Munro, Stephen McInerney in 9th place, and Jared Winter Kelly winner right now. 2 bike lengths, 3 bike lengths. It was .232 in the last lap, I think. Oh no, in fact that's this lap there. The fastest lap in that last lap was indeed by Drew Meir and Alan Delavan. They had the fastest lap yesterday when they got second in the race at with 0.02 of a second. Pete the Pirate poked his nose in front, but it's gone back to Andy Scrivener around that Castrol corner, and Gregory Lambert, Julie Canepa suffering with the 600cc's down that centre straight there, or back straight, sorry, but they will reel something in around the big tighter stuff. And of course in 4th place it is indeed Drew Meir and Alan Delavan, Neil Ritchie.
Yes indeed. In fact, remember we talked about our 6 before, but now that we've got Drew and Alan, they've really broken clear of Chris and Warwick, who they were with before, and now they're gaining on the tail of Gregory and Julian. I think all we want is Drew to get up there for a 3rd place, still good enough to give him the first overall for the day, and these are guys that will show some real excitement as we look out for. There's the Castrol update, as we can see on the slow-mo replay here, courtesy of CTAS audio and video streaming. and spectacular to watch as the dice goes on. And of course the letter L, the best seat house to watch the two of them dicing as they get the drive back out of the corner and looking at the 99 to get it up over the 111. So great to see. So here we are to watch them again. 99 111. We'll see if we can see a change again as equal to that. As Spider has well pointed out, lady swingers 1, 2 and 3 at the moment. So well done to the ladies. A battle of the ladies. Of course they are lightweight, they're manoeuvrable. And you watch Tina. Watch Tina in the green as she goes down this back Alpine Energy straight, because she is tucked in behind that fairing. Look how tiny she is. You watch. You can't even see a helmet. Look at that. You see, look along there. It is aerodynamic perfection. Look at that. Beautiful to watch. Same too with Julie. And then looking out there is we've got the big going and look out. Yes, could be a change to that third place going into it with Drew and Alan. Drew and Alan, will they hold that third place over the English combination on the smaller 600? I think they have. I said getting into third place I think was going to be good enough, and they have. And have they made it stick? Yes, they have. Great work out there. So what has that done? That's put Alan Denovan amongst the ladies. So we may unfortunately not have 3 ladies on the podium at the end. Not that that's an issue, but it would be just so nice to see. So Alan Denovan, Alan as well, just a young swinger, a young pilot, a jockey on board there, and he too probably only at about 65 to 70 kg, so not a lot of weight for Alan. A real good motorcyclist, loves it at heart and enjoys the fact that he can ride a bike as well as race a bike as well as being a swinging pillion. So great work out there. Now we're going to watch Spider. Do you think these guys can gain on the tail of Pete and Andy?
Oh, I think they were fastest lap of the race so far, and in fact in the lead in the last lap time, wow, they're a full second quicker than Pete the Pirate and Kendall Dunlop, and 0.9 of a second quicker than the lead bike. So yeah, once they've got past Greg Lambert on the letter L and Julie Canepa, they are reeling them. They're a full second quicker. So, and this is quite an old bike here. In fact, it's a long short bike. The short bike is the letter L where the rider sits above the engine. The long bikes have the engines in behind, and Drew Mare's is similar, but it's got the short bike dimension. So it was brought into New Zealand by Doug Shivers, a legend, an old Timaroo boy from Marlborough Series days, who's still racing sidecars and coming back to the Pukeko Classics. He raced sidecars in the 70s and still racing there. So that's the history of a bit of this bike. Doug Shivers there from Australia. They go out of sight, they're back inside here, and it is still 99, 111, 42, L. That's the 4 bikes in the top end. We're looking out, I think, for 11 there. The Lawrence brothers there should be in 5th place. They're coming towards the bus stop. And now Pete the Pirate is closed right up on number 99.
All right, great to watch as we come down into this tight traffic. Green from green 1 and 3, and then of course the triple one. We call him Pete the Pirate. His name is Peter Goodwin, ladies and gentlemen. He's the English man who's come to New Zealand shores. Lovely having him on board, and great to see. And there we go.
Up on the inside, Pete the Pirate took it on the inside and then smacked across into Scrivy's bike. There was definitely major contact there. They kept it level head, and now Pete the Pirate is in first place, but Scrivy, he won't be angry. But he can't let the anger get to him. It's just a racing incident. He's going to come back, but it will mean there's a bit of green paint on Pete the Pirate's bike. Meanwhile, Alan Denovan doing the swinging for Drew Mare there in 3rd place there. Still, are they the fastest on the track? In fact, we got second fastest on the track in that last lap, but Drew Mare and Alan Denovan would have gained from this because the time it took to recover those top 2 teams from that collision would have played into his hands here.
Great to watch as we get into the world of sidecar racing. Some of the bigger fields we've seen here at Timaroo. An absolute honour to be back at Levels, the Timaroo International Motor Raceway, and of course celebrating 50 years of existence with their half centenary dinner coming up at the end of this month. More details at southcanterburycarclub.org.nz. Well done and congratulations to the club. What a great accolade. And of course a lot of car clubs around, but none that have had the privilege of having a fantastic circuit like this that they own and manage. As we look out for Pete in the green machines. There they are. Look at the 2 pairs down there. Sidecar sponsors, they write it on the side. In other words, it's a play on words to talk about that they haven't got any sponsor, but there's the name of where a sponsor might be on the side of the chair. The boys have done a great paint job as well, and they've been really showing the best off with the way they're presenting them. So good on you. Oh, here's Pete. Look at that. Keep your eye on Drew back there. He's on the pressure at the moment, so good to watch as we look for the slipstream. I think Tina gets a little bit lower than what Alan does, but maybe the late pounces. We look up to the John Jones steel corner. No, not yet. But I tell you what, Pete the Pirate breaks clear. Now all of a sudden what you're watching is that the number 2 team out there on the 99 bike, Andy Scrivener and Tina McEwen, they've gone from attack to defence because they were putting all the pressure and just concentrating 100% on trying to get past Pete and Kendall. Now all of a sudden they're going to defence to stop Drew and Alan trying to get through on them.
All right, we're going to throw the microphone in front of somebody else. It's Andy Scrivener's daughter Eve. She said, I don't want to hear the microphone. What do you think Dad's thinking now? He won't be happy with second maybe?
Oh yeah, he'll be happy with second. He's probably just a bit tired.
Oh, he's a bit tired, the old fella. Oh, well, at the end of the day, if he slows down and gains his strength back, he might be able to come back and fight. But right now, still the fastest people on the track, Drew Mayer and Alan Delavan, as Pete the Pirate and Kendall Dunlop go through there in first place. Second place, of course, is still 99, followed by 42. Julie Canepa doing the swinging for Greg Lambert. They're in a good, creditable fourth, a bit of a lonely ride, and it's great to see them here. Greg, he's on the inside. Drew Mayer and Alan Delavan go through there, coming out of into the Casper corner, and they're opening up down that back straight. So Scrivener from first back to second, back into third. So back to Greg Lambert, winner's mother and father Jan, I think, and Pete. Yeah, change again there, change again. They've disappeared out of... Oh, that's about another change again. I think Pete the Pirate's gone up there. Has Pete the Pirate gone up there? No, it's Scrivy's gone back in the front. So, all right, let's let them come out and see what we can see. Long bike versus middle long bike. So Pete the Pirate, Kendall Dunlop out in the front there. And it is Drew Mayer and Alan Delavan still in second place. Come back, and there's a big slide round that corner with number 99 there in third place. 2 laps to go. So telling you a little bit of a story about Greg Lambert. His mother and father said that when they got married, they're coming out to New Zealand. It never happened. So one of the things he wanted to tick off his bucket list is Pete, his father, wanted to get to New Zealand. So he is out here in New Zealand. Legends to have here. So we got the white flag out, the final lap of the last sidecar race of the weekend. Pete the Pirate, Kendall Dunlop in first place. They've got it good. Mechanical issues last time we got. So hello, somebody, a big cloud of dust. Drew Mayer and Alan Delavan out of turn 2, go right out into the kitty litter there, and that's got them back into second place. So it's a drag down that long back straight. Long versus really long bike, 42.99 match for speed down there. The last lap it was a 1:16 for Drew, Andy, a 1:15 and a 1:14 for the other 2 bikes. So what's it going to be, Neil Ritchie?
Well, I don't think now there'll be any change, to be honest. If Andy could have got his nose in front, it might have been a tighter duel down there, but now that we've seen Drew and Alan get that advantage, they should be able to stay there all the way. So great to see. But all of this goes on out in front. Pete Goodwin and Kendall Dunlop coming back. They won the last race at Ruapuni last week, and they're looking good to win the last race here at Levels today as well for Pete Goodwin and Kendall Dunlop. Flying good form in the sidecar racing on this machine as well. So here we are looking for the 111. Then going back to that next battle. Oh, in fact, look at that. It's opened up a little bit. It has opened up more than it has before. And look at that for Drew. They're going to be your winners of the weekend as well, folks, because unlike the other teams, have finished at least in the top 3 in every race. So super consistent, although they've not won one. They've had second and second all the way. There we go. 111 to win it. 42 to get the second, and 99 then for the third. And some fantastic sidecar racing. And then we go back to Ladderell, this legendary team, Gregory Lambert, Julie Canepa, and of course they are on that smaller 600. So wow, what a huge challenge for them as well. That is something amazing. So